What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to 5 and 5. My name is Kenny DeJohn. We're here with Nakeie Montgomery. Of course, 5 and 5 combines the on-field perspective of some of the best lacrosse players around with the off-field personas. We want you guys to get to know who these players are off the field. So, Nakeie, first of all, thank you so much for joining. How you doing today?
Doing well, man. Thanks for having me.
So, in our discussion prior to recording this talk, I gave Nakeie a heads up. We're going to talk today about his 5 favorite athletes of all time, not just lacrosse, across the board. And this was painstaking to come up with this list. So I know these 5 truly passed the test here. So number 1, you told me you love Kobe Bryant. You told me you have a tattoo of Kobe Bryant. So just take me behind your love for him and why he's so influential in your life.
Yeah. Honestly, I was just growing up, and that was back in the day when he was just balling. Like Shaq and Kobe was when I was a kid, but then he was balling. I was a kid watching him in the finals against the Celtics, and I just always loved how he was. Like he's just kind of a savage. Like honestly, he just doesn't care. And he just wants to win. He wants to make everyone better. I've read his book. If anyone hasn't read his book, I would seriously ask you to read his book, Mamba Mentality. Fantastic book. My guy J-Rob put me on it. But great book. Lacrosse guys get kind of when we wear the tape on our helmets. It's kind of like your why you play. And I've had Mamba on it. I've had my mom's name, And 2020, crazy year. Kobe died, obviously. Crazy stuff. So I went ahead and got a tattoo of it on my wrist. Here it is. And check it out. There we go. And it's my mom's name. That's my little tattoo on some inspiring people in my life.
That's awesome. I know Kobe's inspired many, many athletes, so it's nice to hear you recognize him like that. Secondly, you're a Texas guy. You love Dirk Nowitzki. So
of course.
He's a legend. Why do you love him so much?
Come on. Yo, 2011, he bought it to the freaking city, the 214. Like, Dirk's the man. He's just the man. He's the tall dude from the G. I just love him, man. He's just so loyal to my city. I gotta be loyal to him. Like, he's played the longest tenure of anyone's ever played on a team. That team was my city. He bought a championship to it. Like he's just the tall dude from the G. That dude.
What I loved about Dirk, obviously he was a gamer, but at the same time, everything he did looked so effortless. That little fadeaway, like he could just do it in his sleep.
Right. Like it's just weird seeing he's probably he was honestly even back when he was in his prime, he's probably the least athletic guy on the court. You know what I'm saying? Just giving everybody buckets. It's just greatness. And Dallas.
Mm-hmm. Another person you found very influential, the only lacrosse player on this list is Kyle Harrison. And I mean, obviously a legend, one of the best to ever do it. Why do you love Kyle Harrison?
I can't even put it all into words, man. Just he's just watching him ball, watching someone that looks like me play at the highest level. It was just so inspiring, man. I would just always have his highlights going, always. Just his split, his shooting on the run, all of it. He was just the guy who I saw and I was oh my gosh, that could be me.
Mm-hmm. Another person you mentioned has personally had a very profound impact on your life was Emmitt Smith.
Yes, sir.
So if you could just tell everybody how he's helped impact your life. And, your essay on Uncut Duke obviously dives into that a little bit, but if you could just kind of summarize that for everybody listening.
Yeah. Emmett, man, he's just a good dude. He and his wife and his whole family, they think outside of themselves. We're actually the whole lacrosse team, we're reading Across That Bridge, which is a book by John Lewis. And he just talks about how it's so easy, right? The American dream is to get to the top. It's so easy, right? It's not easy to get there, but it's easy once you get to the top, or whatever that is to you in your world, in your profession. Like, it's so easy to get there and just be happy. Like, and it's like those who get there, and his example was actually Martin Luther King. He won, like, when he got his Nobel Peace Prize, he got like $56,000, which was, back then it was their equivalent to like $500,000. Mm-hmm. And like he said, like, that could have changed his life. He could have moved out of Atlanta, could have moved up north, it could have been straight, family wouldn't have to be scared, anything like that. But his point was, and he gave pretty much all of it back to the civil rights movement. And John Lewis's point was, like, making it to the top isn't, like, that's not the American dream. Like, that's not all there is. Like, making it to the top and then giving back and elevating people, being a stepping stone for other people to get there, is what it's all about. And he and his wife and his family did that for me and like 60 other kids in Dallas that they just kind of took under their wing and exposed to new ways of the world and just taught us a lot of stuff, spent time with us. Yeah, just great. He's just great person. Obviously, beast on the football field. I'm a football guy. I love football. And then, like, to have him in my life and to see, like, wow, it's not really just football. Like, it's more than that. It's about helping other people. That's why he inspires me.
And for any person to do that is obviously very admirable. But for you personally, for a Dallas Cowboys guy to then give back in that way, did it mean even more to you?
God, like, the world, man. Like, the world. I can't even put it into words.
Mm-hmm. And the final out of this top five, we're going to give everyone a bonus number 6 afterwards. But the final of this top five, Kyrie Irving, probably the best handles in the NBA. What do you love about Kyrie?
He's just saucy. Like, he's just saucy, Duke guy. And I just like how he's just like, he's an enigma, man. Like, Kyrie, he's just a baller. Like, no one really knows anything else, like, about him unless you're in his circle. That's also kind of what I like about him so much. But I mean, he's just a baller. Like, he hoops. He can do it all. He's so fun to watch. And I just like how he's just Kyrie, man. Like, I just respect the hell out of it. I love it.
And there are some parallels, obviously, between basketball and lacrosse. Is there any way to replicate that shake in lacrosse?
I mean, y'all have seen it, but stay tuned. Michael Sowers. Okay. You guys do him. He was rocking 22 at Princeton. He'll be 23 this year, but he got a little something like that too.
Awesome. And that bonus number 6 we'll give you guys. Nakeie loves Neymar. So what's it about Neymar that gets you so pumped up?
Man, like soccer's always been cool. Fun fact, actually, I played in one soccer game my whole life. Played in a JV soccer game. Scored a goal. Super cool. It was junior year. Scored a header, like, off a free kick. Like, soccer's always just been a really cool sport. And like, back when I lived with my guy Reeves, like, he really, really, really turned me on to it. Like, we'd wake up and watch El Clasico, and we were just always up on soccer. And Neymar was kind of like the same reason I like Kyrie, kind of like Neymar's just saucy with it. Like, he's got just like crazy good feet. Not the biggest guy out there by any means, but arguably the most dangerous. I love that. Yeah, I just like his vibe. He just seems like a cool dude.
So I love that you play one game, you score one goal, you retire on top. That's the way to do it.
Oh my God, come on! Like, who else? One game, one goal. Come on.
And then the second part, Nakeie, of our 5 and 5, we like to just dive into a little more fun, quick hitty type of thing. So you mentioned in your essay you've played lacrosse a lot of places, not just in college and youth leagues, things like that. So where are your 5 favorite places you've gotten to play a lacrosse game?
We going top 5, or we going just name my 5?
You can go 5 in order or name your 5, whatever you prefer.
Okay. In no particular order, except for number 1.
Okay.
Number 1, my backyard, Koskinen Stadium, obviously. We get good crowds. Yeah, it's just fun playing home. You know how it is. You get to wear the all white, like, get drippy. It's just always fun playing home games. Nice grass. Durham's beautiful in the spring. Playing at Navy Marine Corps Stadium, playing up in Annapolis. That's a hell of a place to play. Obviously, like, such a storied school and that whole 9, but just like how I don't know. We played there, man. The crowd was like so loud and like just popping off, like just a sick stadium too. Um, I liked playing at Hofstra. Hofstra was a cool environment to play at. I liked how the fans like felt mad close. Like the fans felt like right on top of you at Hofstra, um, which I loved. That was a sick place to play. Um, Playing, oh my God, playing where the freaking Patriots play was sick. Playing up in Foxborough
Let
for that Final Four weekend. That was like a sick stadium, just like a sick environment. Like not only playing in front of a stadium like that, but like also having it filled up.
Mhm.
Um, was a sick experience. Like every time, like without failure, every time I see the Patriots playing, I'm just like, wow, that is so weird. I played there. You know what I'm saying? Um, we played at the Link too out in Philly, but it's Cowboys Nation on this side. I can't show that place no love.
Oh, absolutely not.
Um, Last place, fun place to play. Um, Loyola.
Okay.
Yeah, playing at Loyola is pretty fun because they get a good crowd. Oh my God! Honorable mention,
Mm-hmm.
High Point. Playing at High Point super cool too.
I know
Super.
that campus is gorgeous.
Yeah. Playing there is super dope.
Awesome. So, guys, thank you again for tuning in to 5 and 5. Nakeie just told us his 5 or 6 favorite athletes of all time. Also, the favorite places he's ever played lacrosse. Thank you so much. Come back next week for another edition.